Thank you for being here. We're excited to share information about this investigation to you and with our public on the success of the arrest from last night. And so we're going to go through some statements first, and then we're going to allow some questions. But first of all, I'll introduce our Chief of Police, Manuel Borrego, and also Sergeant John Spraggins, who spearheaded this investigation from the get-go, and they've done a lot of good work. So we again thank you for being here. I'm going to let the Chief say some things, and then we'll take some questions. Chief.
Okay. Well, good morning, and thank you for coming. Understand that this still is an open investigation, so there may be some questions that we cannot answer for you, but we'll certainly try to be as transparent on this investigation as we can. As we all know, on February 12th, there was the clerk, Mr. Floyd Kurt, was murdered while at work at the Stripes gas station on Taft Southwest Parkway. At that point, after police response, our detectives came on scene, our crime scene investigators, and we began investigation into this case. Certainly we were very diligent, our patrol officers, all the way up to our detective, our special operations unit, our dispatchers that were heavily involved in making sure communications went well, were instrumental in getting this case solved. I'd also like to thank all those people that called into our Crime Stoppers, and certainly the media who put that information out and kept this thing going so that we could certainly get some justice for Mr. Kurt. On February 17th, in the evening hours, our detectives, along with our SWAT team, executed a search warrant at an address on Grant Street, where our suspect was also at that time detained at that residence. He was then transported to the police department. During interrogation with our detectives, he did confess to committing this crime. We certainly are still trying to get, or we're getting some evidence from the search warrant that was executed. So Mr. Kirk we are getting justice for Mr. Kirk, for his family, and we certainly want our citizens out there to feel safe when they're out there either shopping or just being a general public. So great work by the officers within our police department, our detectives and all. So very appreciative that they could get the ball rolling for justice for Mr. Floyd's Kurt.
Okay. Any questions?
Yes, in a form that was given out, it stated that he robbed the store hoping to get money to leave town. Where was he going? Do we know?
Originally, he's not from Wichita Falls. He has been here for several years, but he has family in other states.
I'm not real sure where he was going. So.
Do you know his current bond? Has that been set already?
Yeah, recommended at $1 million.
Can you talk about? You mentioned Crime Stoppers, tips being called in. Was it a Crime Stoppers tip that eventually led to the arrest?
Well, I think anytime we get tips into Crime Stoppers, we look at those, and they're very helpful in maybe where the investigation's already at, maybe adding to it, and certainly it did give us some valuable information.
And you mentioned not originally from here, but has lived here a little bit. It was kind of mentioned, was kind of recognized based on clothing from prior experience on the affidavit. So, kind of, what was their prior history with him? Kind of, obviously not to this scale, right?
Because it's still pending, we can't go into his criminal history. We couldn't put that out publicly anyways because of the laws that are written on that. But I would say that he's been around here for at least the last 3 to 4 or 5 years at least.
We have had some other interactions with him.
Right.
Now, you did mention he has confessed to the crime.
Yes.
And did he get in that confession? Did he give motive on why he felt?
Well, like I said, it's an open investigation. We really can't get into a lot of those details at this point. So, I will just say that this was a horrible crime, and certainly an innocent man that was just trying to make a living lost his life, and so you know, I'm proud of the officers and the detectives and the way this investigation went. Also proud of our citizens who did step forward and give us some information that was helpful, and again, thankful for the media for putting that information out there, and so we could all, as a whole community, bring some justice for Mr. Kirk.
I have a question. The form also stated that his ex-girlfriend recognized the shoes. Now, did the police, did you guys contact her, or did she contact the police station to give those?
We can't go into the details of that part of the investigation since it's still open. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, in there, but what I do want to reiterate is the fact, if you look on that affidavit, how did she see those shoes? It was from the news. So we thank you guys in our media family for helping us in this investigation. It was truly a team effort, not just within the police department, but with you guys. And so we appreciate you. We thank you for supporting us and helping us in our mission always. And this is just evidence of that. We thank you very much. And thank you again for coming today.
Any other questions? We done? Thank you all.